Yo, welcome to this week's video. So in this week's video, which should have been last week, but the stuff didn't come, and all the stuff still hasn't come, but we've got enough to just do the video anyway, and then we'll probably come back and add the next bit in another video. But yeah, following on from last one, we got the light indicator on the dashboard to turn out for the rear lights that were out, and they also had an engine management light that was on. So all the lights are now out, and the cause of the engine management light was, I think it was the coil on cylinder 1, I think. I can't quite remember, but I think it's to do with heating up the diesel as it goes into the engine, and that was out. So it hadn't affected me because the weather's been warm, but when the weather starts to cool, that's when it would have affected me. So yeah, that's fixed. Another thing I had done was the belt and a water pump updated or changed as well. If you are in the market for a Caddy and you're looking to get one that's a couple of years old, check that that's been done, and if not, get a quote from a garage near you for how much it'll cost and try to get that off the price of it, or make sure that it's been done before you purchase the van, because that is not a cheap job. Anyways, on to this week's video. So I showed you previously that these badges are starting to look a bit faded now, and also around the front, this has got stone chips on and started to peel a bit here, and then the same on the badge here. So this is the part that I haven't got, but essentially what we're going to do is change all these back to silver, back to how it came from the factory, and yeah, make it look nice and clean. Also, I mean, it's just started raining, so you'll not see it as well, but once the issues that I had with the stone chips, once the product that I put on wore off, we're basically in a position where you can see all the marks again. Excuse the bird shit. You're not going to see it on camera because now it's wet, but before you can see the marks that are left from when I tried to fix the stone chips. So what we're gonna have to do is find a paint and body guy, see if that'll buff out or see if it needs work done, but we'll take his expertise on board and we'll get done what he recommends. I've had someone recommended to us, so I'll go see them when I've got a spare hour or so and get that figured out. But for now, yeah, what we'll do is just start to remove the badges. So I want to remove this. So this was just a wrap that I put on, and like I said last time, it was clipped on, but last time I was using my phone and I still had people say you didn't show us well enough how to remove it. So there we go. So this is out. So what I'll do is remove the wrap. Hopefully it just needs with a clean, it'll come out perfect, and we can just put it back on where it's come from. The badge I want to do, I don't have the replacement in, so we'll come back to that in another video. But you can see how, well, firstly faded there, and then stone chipped pretty much all over it now. So hopefully this just peels off in the one and it isn't too brittle. And then with a bit of a clean, to get all this off, I think it'll come up pretty nice. So that's that one. The other one I've done already, and then we'll move on to the badge on the back. Now last time I did the badge on the back, I used a hairdryer, tried to heat it up, and then used some nylon fishing wire to like cut it off, and then used some sticky stuff remover spray to get rid of all the sticky left over. I ended up with burned fingers. It was a bit of a long drawn out process, so essentially what I'm going to do today is just use some of the things for removing interior trim pieces. and just see if I can wedge it out, and that should be quicker than trying to heat it up, peel it off, and then obviously I still have the cleanup of all the sticky stuff and things like that to do. But just getting it off should be quicker and not burn my fingers in the process. So let's do that. Maybe heating it up would have been a way to go, but yeah, kind of was going to disregard it anyway, so that doesn't matter too much. I've got the new one, so we'll clean this up, and then once everything's clean we'll get it all done and put back together. So the rain started again right on cue, but we have the 2 front strips which have now been cleaned up and all the glue removed from the wrap that I put on. The rear badge, which now is all nice and clean, and doing it the destructive way like I did it was way quicker than trying to sort of get the sticky stuff to the point where you could peel it off and then tidy it up afterwards. I think that was the way forward all the time, obviously provided you can destroy it and you're not looking to reuse it like I did the first time. And then the front badge is the thing that hasn't arrived yet, so like I said, we'll come back to that in a later video, and we'll get that added on in a later video. But for now, just to get this video on, we're going to get these all set up and put on. So we'll start with the rear badge first of all, and then we'll go and do the 2 front strips. So this comes with adhesive on it already, so it's literally just a case of peeling this back and sticking it on. So let's set the camera up. Always worry when I'm doing this that I'm going to completely mess it up and either miss completely or alternatively put it on a wonk. Go, it's looking all right. And now for these to go on the front. And now for these, so these just literally go in the same way pretty much as they came out. Just clip in place. Go. So that badge really needs changing back. That badge really needs changing back to how it was originally, now silver, because I think it looks odd with just the black badge in between the silver stripe, but obviously that was meant to be part of the video and wasn't. There is the rear. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Give a like, a subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.